Hi, my name is Gianna Spirio, and I would like to start off by saying thank you so much for this amazing opportunity to share my story with you all. I hope that in sharing my personal experience with epilepsy, I hope you take away feelings of hope, encouragement, and positivity. I was diagnosed with epilepsy at 2 years old with partial complex seizures. I can't imagine all of the emotions that my parents had during that time or what was going through their head. But I thank God every day that I was blessed with parents who were built to take on the responsibilities of having a child with a disability and excelled at it. And I am forever grateful for my support system. I may have not loved the tough love approach at the time. For instance, if I called my parents from school telling them I was experiencing an aura or anxiety that an aura was going to happen, I was told to stick it out. And then when I would come home, I was asked if I had a seizure. And when I said no, I was told, "That's great. What did you learn today?" I didn't love it at the time, but I am very grateful for it now. Um, when I was growing up, I had an individual education plan throughout my early childhood education, and school was never something that I excelled at. Even as an epileptic, my parents signed me up for every sport and every activity that you could think of. I was always encouraged to be the best person I could be, no matter what hand was dealt to me. For 21 years, I was having seizures weekly and clusters whenever my equilibrium was even remotely off. After years of trial and error with medications, we soon learned that I had intractable epilepsy, which is also known as drug-resistant epilepsy. As hard as that was to hear, I was still encouraged to keep moving, and what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. But I'll tell you, hearing all those positive words started to get really old as I got older, and there was not yet a light at the end of my tunnel. Even though my seizures were not controlled, I still tried to keep the positive mindset that was drilled into me from such a young age. So I continued sports and typical activities because I was just forever longing for that normal life that I never thought I'd have. In high school, my friends and classmates were getting their driver's license, going to pool parties, going to the mall with their friends without their parents, and I was left feeling like the child that was never going to grow up because my parents were constantly there driving me and keeping an eye on me just in case I were to have a seizure. I think that the hardest part about having epilepsy is that it is a disability that is not visible to the naked eye, and that makes life a bit more complicated because most people do not understand what they can't see. And throughout my life, that led to horrific bullying and discrimination on multiple different occasions. Most of the time, when I aspired to do or be something, I was told that I couldn't because of my disability. And my answer was always, yeah, watch me. The bullying and discrimination by both children and adults was mind-boggling. But the lack of independence and the paralyzing fear of having a seizure at any time, anywhere, was what really put me in a very deep depression for years and years. And just what I needed, more medication and therapy. But I was still willing to do whatever it took to be seizure free. I was fortunate enough to qualify for brain surgery when I was 13. Unfortunately, due to the epilepsy starting on my speech and motor skills, there was nothing they could do at the time. But as I grew older, technology was rapidly advancing, and I tried everything from brain mapping to the RNS system to eventually a successful laser ablation done mainly by robot. I have a passion for helping others in the way that I was never helped. Everything I do, I want it to benefit somebody else and make their life better and easier, whether it's volunteering with the Guide Dog Foundation or being part of the Domestic Peace Corps and worked with Habitat for Humanity and built houses. I still wasn't healthy, but I was very determined to help other people because that brought me purpose and happiness to my life. I thought that I would never, I I thought that I would have to live with my parents or a caregiver of some sorts my entire life, and I believed I was never going to drive or be independent. I never thought I would make it through college, but because of my resilience, faith, and family, I stand before you 3 years seizure-free with a driver's license, a car, living on my own, pursuing a career I'm extremely passionate about, and finishing up my master's program to be an early childhood special education teacher. I believe that all things are possible with a strong heart and mind. If you're ever feeling like it's time to throw in the towel, like I did almost every day for years on end, just know that there could be a light at the end of the tunnel, and it is the most amazing feeling in the world. I wouldn't be where I am today without my amazing, dedicated support system of my family, friends, and doctors. Epilepsy is a scary, cruel, and isolating disability, but I believe that if you are grateful for the little things that you can do, then there is no limit to what you can accomplish. Thank you.